Indian lesbians living together forcibly separated and one publicly assaulted in Uttar Pradesh, India. Recently, two same-sex partners living together were allegedly separated and subjected to harassment in the Bagpat area of Uttar Pradesh. The family of one of the women burst into the home the couple was sharing and forcibly took her away. The two adult lesbians were harassed and one was physically assaulted in the village as she resisted the intrusion. The incident, which demonstrates the intolerance of society towards homosexuality, was filmed and circulated on social media. The woman stated, quote, "We had also given a written complaint to the police to provide us with protection. But before they could, my partner's relatives came here and thrashed me publicly and even tore my clothes. They took her away."
So for people who don't know, Uttar Pradesh or UP is one of the most or the most religious province in India.
I can safely say it is one of the most.
But I think it's the most.
All the craziest religious news definitely comes out of UP. So it certainly seems like the most.
Yeah,
as an outsider.
It's run by religious people, but again, it says a lot about religion. Then the more religious a province gets, and the more religious the people who run it get. I think for India you should say state. Yeah, the more religious a state gets, and the more religious the people who running it there get. This is what you expect, right? So, for example, if you look at it, like people like Hinduism is not a religion. It's not as bad as Abrahamic religions. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. It's not a religion. First of all, that's such a moronic point. Such a dumb point. Like, yeah, it's not a religion. It's a way of life.
Then as
opposed to other religions who are a way of not what? Like, yeah, every religion is a way of life. You've goddamn morons, right?
Every religion dictates how you should dress, who you should associate with, the rules in which you are supposed to live your life, in-group and out-group behavior, ritual, language. Come on.
Right. No, but again, if you just look at, you don't even have to go further in India. If you just look at India, okay, look at the states that are less religious, Hinduism, right? Add Hinduism more to your governance. Add Hinduism, more religious, religious Hindus to your population. Compare those states to the states that are less religious, okay? And look at the behavior of people. Look at how homophobic they are. Look at how anti-secularism they are. Look at how anti-women rights they are. Look at how anti-free speech they are compared to the other states in India where they're less religious, okay? I mean, if you control for all other factors and just focus on religion, you add more religion, you get more problems. Okay? You add more religion, you betray Enlightenment values more. That's all you need to know about Hinduism and the impact it has on people's lives. More religious, more homophobic, more transphobic. Actually, transphobic, no. To be fair to India, that's less, right? More anti-women rights, more anti-secularism, more anti-science, right? More anti-humanism, more anti-freedom of expression. So, actually, transphobia is also growing in India. Katie.
Yeah, definitely. I was like,
Yeah. Katie is saying this is not a rare occurrence. Even last month, the cops took away an adult woman from her partner because her parents wanted her to be brought back. That case happened in Kerala, which is a less Hindu state. It's part of Indian culture now. People can't escape from their parents because even authorities. Okay, Katie, you're completely missing my point. Yes, it happens everywhere, but the trends are definitely in favor of Uttar Pradesh. Like, if you look at every single map and discrimination, if you look at women's rights, if you look at trans rights, gay rights, the butthurt industry. Like, way to miss the point, Katie. This is amazing.
I think Katie's just giving more examples of similar incidences. But I wanted to highlight this news because I have a lot of friends who are specifically in the LGBT community living in India.
But
who
I didn't
talk
finish my point though. I was trying to say,
about,
like, if you actually look at the numbers, it's very, very heavily um, correlated and caused, not just correlated, but caused um, by religious governance and religious. The higher the religious belief, the more examples like this you're going to be able to find. But yeah, go on.
um, what was I saying?
Trying to correct yourself, but Katie, I know you agree with me. That's why I was so the way you phrased it was so poorly written. So yeah, no, I was just adding this occurrence in India. I agree with your point on religiosity. I know, but if you look at the way you mentioned it, it makes it seem like you're completely dismissing the point. But go on, Susanna.
So what I was saying was that a lot of my friends living in India talk to me about like their total restriction on personal freedoms. So like even as adults, they do not have the liberty to just live their life as they want, because either the police will take them back to their families even though they are legal adults, as if they are property or owned by their families, and or their families will just come and do it themselves. Particularly the LGBTQ community. And it's really heartbreaking. I can't imagine what this couple's gone through. And the woman who was basically kidnapped by her family, based on the reports that I've read, seems to have be just kept in confinement by her family.
Thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell thingy. If you haven't, I don't know why. What's holding you back? Okay? If you haven't subscribed to our channel, why haven't you subscribed to our channel? Explain that to us, please. Like, bell, and also if you're not getting notifications and stuff because YouTube is not telling people that we have shows, because YouTube is like, oh, this person told us that they want to get your shows, right? They want to get your videos, but nah, we think is no. And they also hit the bell button, but nah, you guys are too controversial. We want to show them mainstream stuff. We want to show them CNN or cat videos or whatever. But even there are people are like, no, we want to see Atheist Republic, and YouTube is like, no, we don't think you want this. We're like, no, please show it to us. We say to you, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we think we know what's better for you than you yourself. So, to solve that, there's a link in the description, which is to our newsletter. So hopefully we could email it to you. So hopefully you get some of our content that way, okay? So, yeah, subscribe to our newsletter as well. And share our videos, because we do get demonetized. That's an obvious on every one of our videos. So F that. But we don't care about that anymore. But we also get deprioritized. And that's even more damaging to us. Deprioritized, what does that mean? That means we don't show up on the suggested, videos on the right and all that, on people's homepages. And that's how channels grow. Unfortunately, we can't grow. So we need you guys to share our videos.